loves, welcome back to my channel, Peace with Sha. Today I want to share all of the wellness supplements that I take. I feel like supplements are becoming a thing that we're talking a lot more about, and rightly so, as I feel like a lot of times in our diet we may not always be able to get all the things that we need. So learning how to supplement them or practicing supplementing certain things can do wonders for your overall health. So I just wanted to share with you some of my philosophy behind taking some supplements and all the supplements that I take. So if you're interested, stay tuned. So a little bit about my philosophy about taking supplements. I don't think that personally that is wise to start a lot of supplements at once, because you want to know how your body is responding to one thing or another and to be able to parse it apart. Also, I don't think it's likely that most of us need tons and tons of supplements. I do think that it is possible to get a lot of the things that we need from our diet when we are cognizant and mindful. However, for some of us, myself included, it may not be as easy to acquire all of the nutrients that you need. But regardless of that, I do think it is important to be mindful of what you're including into your wellness routine before you just start adding a whole bunch of supplements to your routine on a day-to-day basis. Something else that I think is very important is to just check on your overall health and well-being. And one way to do this by taking mental note of how you're feeling, tracking any symptoms, how your body responds to one thing or another, and noticing whether or not it's because you have been missing a certain food group or what have you throughout your diet. Something else I think is important to consider before you start taking supplements is whether or not you're genuinely deficient in something, because too much of anything, even if it's good for you, can be potentially hazardous or poisonous. And I don't think a lot of people perhaps think about these things when they're taking supplements or vitamins, because there is a such thing as taking too much, and you can essentially poison your body doing so. So just be mindful of whether or not you actually need certain supplements or not. One way you can figure this out is if you have insurance and you have a yearly physical, to go to your doctor and just go through your labs with them. Most doctors, if you do a lab test for your physical, will do a general panel of common nutrients that we need or that are important for us, and they can tell you whether or not you have a deficiency. If you don't have that access, there are also private screening labs that will do it for you, that will take your blood, also check for any deficiencies. And if you don't have access to insurance, I understand that can be very difficult and challenging, and so some things may not be as accessible to you. In that instance, I would highly recommend you just to practice being intuitive, taking note of how you're feeling, and doing research to figure out, is it connected to your lifestyle? So are you stressed? Are you just tired? Or maybe it's connected also to what you are able to consume on a day-to-day basis, which could influence a deficiency. So for me, because I know I didn't have any major deficiency, last time I looked at my panel for my doctor, I was in a pretty healthy range. Only some vitamins that I wasn't in the perfect middle range, a little on low end, but nothing to where it was alarming or anything of that nature. And so for that reason, I don't take any one main supplement to supplement what I'm not getting from my day-to-day meals. So for that reason, I just decided to take a multivitamin, because I feel like more often than not, doctors do recommend or would say that it's not a bad idea for everyone to take a multivitamin. So I do take a multivitamin. I take 1-a-day women's multivitamin. And these are gummies, and I just feel like this was easy to take. It wasn't something I was too worried about. It has all these claims to support bone health, heart health, immune, your skin, muscle recovery, and metabolism. I can't say that I've noticed any type of difference when I do or don't take these, but I figured it wouldn't hurt, and I knew it wouldn't exceed any type of nutrient range that I would have. So I'm not worried about poisoning myself by taking this 1-a-day vitamin, but it is something that I felt like was foundational for my wellness routine. So this is the top number one thing I actually do take pretty consistently. The next supplements I'm going to be talking about are not necessarily due to any type of deficiency, but more so to support my health in different ways. So the next supplement I'm going to talk about is an adaptogen powder, and it's a mix of different adaptogens, and it's from the brand Amina Mundi, and it's an apothecary brand, and I got their Resilience medicinal mushroom blend. And so this blend right here, it has cacao, reishi, lion's mane, cordyceps, changa, shiitake, and a couple other mushrooms in it. And I got this specifically to help with memory, my issues that I was having with brain fog and overall general like cognitive like support and function, I just really felt like I needed something to help me, like, one, stay calm, but also to focus a lot better. I don't take this as consistently as I used to, because I read that you should take some breaks when you are taking adaptogens. So I took a little break, but I'm looking forward to bringing this back into my wellness routine. It is almost gone, but this is something that I will use consistently, usually in the morning, and drink it with like mint tea or some type of like herbal tea. I feel like it goes really well with this. I have put this in smoothies before, but I feel like my favorite way to enjoy this is in an herbal tea. And I actually do notice a difference when I take this adaptogen. So I do feel a lot calmer, and I feel like my brain is a lot more sharp when I take this. And like I said, I haven't taken it in a while, and I just realized like maybe that is a reason why I've been feeling a little, among other reasons, a little brain fog. But I really do like this. There's another adaptogen mix I used to try from Pecan Valley Company, or Pecan Valley Co., which I also recommend. So this brand and then Pecan Valley Co., I recommend them both. But I really like taking adaptogens. I haven't had any adverse effects from them, and I actually do see a result when I take this. So this is the second item in my supplement routine. The next supplement is from that same brand, and this supplement I took to help with my overall liver health and to help me be a little bit more regular and consistent, and also because I heard so many great things about chlorophyll. So the product that I am talking about is this Liver Vitality Greens by Mina Mundi, and this is supposed to be a daily cleanser. As you can see, it's pretty full. I do not take this as consistently as I should, mostly because the way that I like to take this is by drinking smoothies, and because it's just recently started getting warm where I am. For breakfast, I haven't been having smoothies. I've been having oatmeal instead, and I'm so scared to try this by itself or with a tea. I need to get over it because like I don't want to be wasteful. I have probably another year for this to be like still fresh or considered, you know, okay to use. But this is a formula that's supposed to support your liver and your gallbladder. It's composed of cleansing herbs, algae, roots, and seeds. So one of the things in here that I was really interested in trying was the chlorella, the spirulina, and the moringa. So those are top like green powders that, you know, have a lot of claims of supporting overall internal wellness. And so I wanted to take this to help me like be a lot more regular and to cleanse out my system. I don't necessarily notice that like I have to go to the bathroom more than not when I do or don't take this, but I haven't been consistent enough to actually know if it will have that type of result. So I can follow up with y'all about that if you're ever interested, but this is something else that is in my wellness routine that I look forward to implementing more, especially now that the weather is getting warmer. I'm probably going to be drinking more smoothies, but hopefully soon I'll get bold enough to like just try this with water or tea. But this is the third thing in my wellness routine that I like to try to implement sometimes. Not as consistent as I would love to be, but hoping to be more consistent in the future. Last supplement I'm going to talk to you about today is one that I feel like is probably the most important in my wellness routine right now. If you're a menstruating individual, and if you're not on birth control, and if your hormones do crazy things every month, then you might be familiar with like having major mood swings during your time of the month or PMS symptoms. And I unfortunately experienced that, and it could be so disruptive and just upsetting and disruptive, and sometimes it feels like there's nothing you can do about it. So I got really curious and started doing a lot of research about different herbs that can help with these symptoms, and I came across this particular brand that I have used before. I've used other supplements for them before, and it's the brand Hum. What I love to use is this hormone balance, PMS release, and mood support, and this has chasteberry and donquil in it, and this stuff actually works. Like, let me tell you, so there was like 2 months when I used this consistently, and I was so calm the week before my period. I was like, is something wrong? Like, I was just like, this is so weird, because I'm just so not used to feeling so calm and just relaxed and not anxious and not a lot of mood swings. And I was taking this consistently. And the moment I stopped, I kid you not, like the month that I was not consistent with this, my world was just, it was hard. It was very hard. And I was like, oh my God, like what is going on? Like I feel crazy. And then I realized I stopped taking this, and then I'm like, okay, so we have to get back on it. So I've been starting back to get consistent with taking this every day, because I generally did recognize a difference in my overall mood. And so I definitely recommend this. Check with your doctor first, or make sure you don't have any type of drug interactions before you take this. And I recommend that with any supplements you take, make sure if you're already on a certain medication that you don't have any adverse drug reactions. You can just Google that and it could just tell you if you're taking something that doesn't go well with another medication. But this stuff actually works. I'm so glad that I found it, and it will be continue to be a part of my wellness routine. So I really love this stuff. Okay, so that's my wellness routine as it relates to the supplements that I take. It's very simple. I don't do a lot. I don't take a lot. I don't really think most of us need to. I feel like we probably have areas of focus that we are concerned about, and we can find a few things to kind of, cover our concerns. So that is what I take. I would love to know what supplements you're taking. If you want to share your favorite brands, I would love to know that too. I'm always interested in checking things out and researching different brands and products. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, peace, love, and joy, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.